The 70s were swarming with library music releases on labels like Patchwork, and Claude Perraudin was one such artist contributing to the volume of releases. And from his 1977 album Mutation 24, the title track. Those kind of sound like birds. Those synth sounds that are just circling. They're just like radiating over that bass line. And fretless electric bass. I wonder what kind of mutation is going on here. Well, musically, I can point out a few things. I mean, we've evolved from like this almost shapeless, like experimental instrumental for like almost the first 50 seconds or so, and then now we've kind of turned into sort of a steamy jazz funk instrumental, the likes of which could easily be heard in the sequence of a cop show or a crime detective type thriller from this period. Okay, that slow synthesizer that's kind of beaming in from my right speaker still gives this sort of futuristic for its time type. And I'm hearing like mallet, that uh, little marimba type sound. So it's, I guess it still has kind of like a laboratory type vibe, like a science fiction type program from its. So it's mutate. So I've had three different associations. There's the mutation. Yeah, because one moment I'm just hearing like an experimental piece. The next moment I'm thinking of like I don't know, a 70s cop show, and now I'm thinking of In Search of. We've taken on a definite theme right here with like several layers going on. We've got the little mallet, we've got the bass, we've got the like sustained synthesizer notes. And we've got the main theme that's front and center theme that's being played on a keyboard. I gotta give props to that bass work. It's really been holding the shape together quite well throughout this piece, playing these like catchy ostinatos. drumming's really understated, but it creates different like cadences. Like you'll have like a figure of eight where there's like just maybe some like light percussion, and then another where there'll actually be a beat. Wow, I like how that little like analog keyboard sound just goes wing at the end and fades out, like takes a turn up into a higher note than we had been hearing on that particular instrument. Um, Claude Perraudin, Mutation 24, title track from his 1977 RCA release. Overdone quickly. Let's hear another track, Incantation. More of a conventional electronic piece so far, with some really high and kind of icy tones layered on, and a bit of female vocal in the background, just faint. What I like here is the little tinkly sounds that are playing kind of in the back, kind of behind the shoulder, you could say, of the main theme that we're hearing, the mid-range synth tone. Yeah, that the little those little high faint notes are giving a sparkle to it all. I'm also hearing some other faint notes below that main theme. Some just hear those female vocals just kind of beaming right in. And meshed with some of those like slow waves of sound. Definitely a type of rhythmic figure that wasn't very common in pieces like this at the time. And so it kind of has more of just like an electro pop instrumental appeal that I think could have like transcended this. Both these pieces though could have been used in TV or film sequences from the period easily. The use of real drums is a unique touch for an arrangement like this. By this point in time, anyway, like in earlier in the decade, it wouldn't have been quite as odd, but by '77, like more of those beatboxes were available, and or sequencers or beatboxes tended to be more of the rhythmic instruments of choice and numbers that relied primarily on electronic instrumentation. It's interesting how they used guitar just slightly as like a rhythmic element in that one sequence, but they don't let it really kind of express itself in any way. And I almost kind of wonder with all these effects pedals and stuff that they have at well, that he has at his disposal if he's recording this thing entirely by himself, which would be quite impressive if true. But that they didn't. That just imagine what. Yeah, he performs this entire thing by himself. He plays acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass guitar, synthesizer, polyphonic Korg 700, drums, percussion, yeah, engineer. Yeah, this is an entirely self-contained effort, and I'd imagine that he could have perhaps gotten some very unique, interesting tones out of the guitar that could have almost made it not even sound like a guitar in a way. Could have filtered it through some of the pedals that these keyboards may have been filtered through. Now I really like that icy tone right there that's taken over. Really like slowly enveloping icy tone. Yeah, interesting, very selective use of like full-on instrumentation just on choice notes to like emphasize the thrust of that one section. Claude Perraudin, the track Incantation from the 1977 release Mutation 24. For more Rubies and Sapphires from albums like this, see the directory of albums by French artists linked in the description below. More than roughly 1,050 titles, albums currently, mine for Reds, Purples, from many library music releases from the time period, as well as other genres, symphonic rock, folk rock, new wave, jazz rock. And like and subscribe, follow me on social media, leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the sounds that you heard in these two pieces. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear travel maximalist, signing off.